When you look at some of the biggest banks on Wall Street, they seem to be now backing OPEC and saying, yeah, you will be able to clear the markets with the production cuts. Are they right?
I think over the next 12 months, 24 months, yes. I mean, short term, maybe there's some volatility. But, you know, if we go back the last 3 years, this time 2 years ago, oil was 30. This time last year was 50. This time this year, it's 70. So it's incrementally just rising. Why? Because demand is robust. Supply is not coming through because we're not investing. Investments have fallen to all-time lows. And ultimately, OPEC are being extremely disciplined. So classical drivers that would bring the price up. So I think it's a real price increase that actually is sustainable.
But are we underestimating shale producers?
Potentially, yes. That's I mean, this time last year we had electric vehicle risk, we had renewable risk, we had Chinese demand risk, plus shale risk. I think this time shale risk remains that one outlier that people can't quite quantify the puts and takes. We expect a lot of growth this year, but don't find it disruptive to the overall oil price for 2018. So I think we're expecting a lot of growth. Yep. Comparable to last year, but still the price should remain stable and start to grind higher later in the year.
I mean, the biggest, at least, surprise for me in the last 18 months was this bromance or friendship or whatever you want to call it between Saudi and Russia. Will that continue?
Will it continue? I mean, the cards suggest, I mean, everything they're saying, yes. I think you've seen 100% compliance, which is much, much better than anyone would have expected, you know, this time last year, 100% compliance. The data we're looking at in terms of production and exports of those barrels, which is much more important data, suggests they're still being compliant as we enter 2018. And again, I mean, all the signals suggest, at least this year, they should be curtailing supply. So I think 2019, this question becomes much more valid when those countries start to come back to the market.